So if loyalty is something that is important to you, if you want somebody who's going to stick by you through thick and thin, who's going to just be there for the long haul, then a Taurus is really the person for you. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're doing another one of these attract the signs videos, and in today's video we're going to be doing how to attract a Taurus male. And this goes without saying, but I will say it. This is more so about getting to know the Taurus male and maybe leaning into the qualities that they'll be attracted to, or really recognizing why it is that your Taurus guy likes you so much. So first, let's get to know our Taurus male. Taurus is an earth sign ruled by the sign Venus, and I really think that this is what gives Taurus males this very comfortable, confident, quiet confidence, I call it, because I find that they're very balanced between masculinity and femininity. They don't have to be like loud and brash to be masculine and strong. Also, think of the bull archetype. Remember that Taurus is associated with the bull. So the bull doesn't really have to do anything to be powerful. It just kind of just stands there, you know, grazing. And that is the kind of confidence that a Taurus male has. It's rather quiet. It's not aggressively imposing. It's just there. It's just obvious. Being ruled by Venus and Earth does mean that Taurus males can be very sensual. The things that people usually associate Scorpio with, which is sexuality, sensuality, all of this, you know, lustiness, really honestly can be attributed more so to Taurus, because Taurus is an earth sign, and being Venus and Earth, remember that Venus is love, sensuality, you know, physical affection. All of that is Venus. And when you have that Venus and Earth, that means the material world. So they are very much the sensualists of the zodiac. So if you want somebody who is going to be very sensual and very, you know, sexual with you, then I highly recommend Taurus as a sign for you to pursue, because they have all of the sexuality of Scorpio without necessarily the drama that can come about with a Scorpio relationship. But if you're into drama, you know, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being dramatic. We like what we like. So being ruled by Venus, Taurus males very much appreciate enjoyment. They appreciate the enjoyment of the material world. They enjoy good food, good music, good smells, good sounds, just everything that involves the five senses and how they can enjoy their life based on those things. Everything that we think about when we think of the word earthy, when we describe somebody as being earthy, we're really describing Taurus-like qualities. People who are just simple and they enjoy simple things, simple pleasures. Those are the kinds of things that Taurus men are going to enjoy. And one thing I always like to emphasize about Taurus is that you need to recognize that they are extremely strong, but they're not going to go about displaying it in any sort of loud way. They're quietly strong. So this is going to come in useful later when we talk about the tips on how to go about approaching a Taurus male. Another really good thing about Taurus males is that they are a fixed earth sign. So if loyalty is something that is important to you, if you want somebody who's going to stick by you through thick and thin, who's going to just be there for the long haul, then a Taurus is really the person for you. If you can make a Taurus fall in love with you, if a Taurus falls in love with you, they are going to be in love with you indefinitely, because it's fixed. So if you want somebody who's going to be loyal to you and who's going to protect you, take care of you, be there for you, be kind of like your rock that you get to depend on, then I highly recommend Taurus for you. So now let's actually get into the tips. So the first thing I have to say in terms of tips is going to be to compliment him. And I know this seems kind of obvious, but you could do this for all of the signs. But Taurus, they tend to be very, like I said, they're quietly confident. And because they don't go about displaying their abilities or their strengths, sometimes they don't get the recognition that they actually deserve. So if you take the time to compliment your Taurus on his appearance or his good taste or his outfit, any of the beautiful Venus things, then he's really going to appreciate it, because as I said, you know, they don't go about displaying themselves in a way that is very flashy. So if you actually notice the quiet, simple things that are attractive about him, then he's really going to appreciate it when you point them out. So definitely a thing to do is compliment him. So in terms of what they're physically, visually attracted to, Obviously, this is going to vary depending on culture and other things, but they tend to be attracted to things that look luscious and fertile. Think of the Empress card. I'm going to pop up an image of the Empress card. So the Empress is, associated with Venus. And anytime I think of Taurus males, I always think of that is the image that they're attracted to in women. And the reason for this is because Taurus rules fertility. Think of the bull and fertility and all of that. And for that reason, they like things that look fertile. And so they like women to be rounder, to be fuller, to look more, healthy, like ruddy, and anything that is going to denote health. They like butts. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's I'm Latina and I'm going to have that Latina bias, but I do notice that Taurus males like round butts. And why? It's because of fertility. And I'm not going to not the whole plastic surgery butts, because if it looks fake and they can tell that it's fake, they won't like it, because they are earthy. They're very earthy and they're down to earth. So they're going to like things that naturally look fertile, look curvy. Think of a peach, how pretty a peach is, colorful, bright, it smells good, it tastes good. Just all of the senses are involved and they're attracted to things that are like that. Not the peach emoji, an actual peach. So Taurus males tend to be attracted to this image. And another thing that they tend to be attracted to is women who look comfortable in their own skin. And this is a really cool thing about them, because they're not gonna want you or need you to be overly manicured, overly curated, overly, exercise so much, you're so tired, but you wanna be super thin, and you could relax a little bit, because they themselves are very relaxed and they like for people around them to be relaxed. So they want women who are just comfortable in their own skin, and yes, they look a little bit rounder and thicker, curvier. And this type of fertile, round, relaxed energy really makes them feel at ease, because they like to be comfortable and they want people around them to be comfortable. So they want their girl to be comfortable in her own skin. They don't like for you to be overly done, to look like you took a really long time to get ready. These are the kinds of guys who are just like, oh, I like you without makeup. Whatever. This is the kind of I like you without makeup thing. But if you're going to wear makeup, something more natural is going to be more attractive to a Taurus. Nothing that looks too artificial, whatever that means. Nothing that looks too artificial. And my friend, I think her name is Meli from Meli, sent me some really cool lip glosses that your girl loves makeup. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll review these lip glosses for you. These are, she calls them lip glosses, but honestly, to me, it feels like a lip gloss balm, and they're super moisturizing. And I know we're talking about Taurus, so I just wanted to show these to you guys. If you guys want to get one, she gave me a code where you can get 50% off on the individual ones or your order. You just have to put Puro at checkout, and I'll put that in the description. I'll put the website in the description. I really love them. They're super moisturizing. And a thing with Taurus guys is that your makeup in person doesn't, you can't look like you're too made up, because they don't like that. And the whole natural look is going to very much appeal to them. And this is what reminded me of that, because this is super moisturizing and it really just makes your lips look glossy. Right now I'm wearing a lipstick under this. So they really like the whole natural look. And with guys, makeup is really for us. It's not really for them. But if you want to do something nice for him and for him to find you more attractive, then the whole leaning into his natural energy that he's attracted to is going to be something useful. So using things that are more natural looking and don't look so artificial is going to be, attractive to the Taurus man. They also really like girls who are easygoing. So again, in terms of hair, they like hair that is natural. They're going to, because if you straighten your hair or you do your hair, you do too much to your hair, you sweat and then you're gonna get frizzy. So this is why you want to keep your hair healthy so that you could just wear your natural hair. They really are into this whole natural look in terms of beauty. This is the kind of guy who's attracted to the whole natural beauty movement and all of that. And they like girls who are easygoing, who don't look like they're trying too hard. They don't like people who are uptight, who are going to be too strict on themselves and on others. They don't like people who tell them what to do. They're stubborn bulls. So they're not gonna want you to be a micromanager, be too demanding and too controlling. They don't like to be controlled, and they don't like to control other people. So they're not going to tell you what to do, but they don't want you telling them what to do either. So that's another thing. And I feel like I need to do a caveat, because this always gets talked about, how Taurus males can be possessive, and this is true. I can't go without saying that. Taurus males, Taurus is associated with material possessions, and they tend to sometimes extend this to their partners. So they just need to know that you're not going to go anywhere. So they kind of, not that they're going to tell you who you can hang out with, not that that's a good thing, that's actually a bad thing, but they want to know that they're not at risk of losing you. So that's why they can get kind of like, you know, when you're around other guys, and like if you have guy friends, they're not going to be into that, because they don't want to know or think or worry that you're going to go anywhere, because they are a fixed earth sign. So they like everything to be stable and predictable. The next very obvious thing you could do is feed him. I talk about this all the time, but I find the act of cooking for somebody to be an extremely intimate thing. And when you put your love into baking or cooking something and then feeding it, they're consuming your love, guys. And really, if you want somebody to love you, you gotta feed them. I don't know, that's just my Mars in Cancer, my Mars in the 4th house, I don't know. But I think that feeding somebody is going to be a way to bond with them in a very intimate level. And Taurus males, they like to eat, they like to enjoy all of the senses. So one of the senses being taste. Use any excuse possible to make something for him. And this is going to make him feel special and appreciated. And I really find that food can really bond people together, and your Taurus is going to appreciate it. And you know, it's like you're giving him a little piece of yourself, and do this as early as possible. So aside from feeding him, is just feed him, touch him. Any opportunity that you have to kind of come into contact with him is going to be good, because again, they enjoy all of the senses. So the sense of touch is going to be really important. Make sure that you're soft, that you're well moisturized, that you smell really good. It's so important to smell good. And again, I need to say, nothing too artificial. They like the smell of like somebody who is like freshly showered. You could be a little bit sweaty, but just clean. You have to be clean and smell good, because they're going to sniff you. They're going to smell your hair. They're going to smell your neck. They're going to be smelling, like inhaling your entire body. That is just how they are, because they like that. They look, they smell, everything, right? Because this is just Taurus. And this is what they're going to do. So they need to like what they smell, and they'll know right away if they like you, because they'll smell you, and it's like the whole pheromones thing. So play that up. Make sure that you're showered and you're clean and you smell good. So, and also make sure that you're looking nice. You don't have to be super well done. Remember, like they don't need somebody who's going to be super ultra like Leo levels of done. Your girl loves lashes though, so you know I have my lash extensions in, which is a pro tip. If you like a Taurus and you don't want to do your makeup, do your own lash extensions. I do my own lash extensions, and my husband is a second houser, so he's not a Taurus, but he's sort of like a Taurus. He's like a Taurus light, and he really likes for me to do my lash extensions. He doesn't even know what they're called. He's just like, your lashes, you know, when they look so pretty, and I'm just like, oh, these old things. So I really recommend something that is going to look more natural in terms of makeup. So, because that is just the look that they're attracted to. They like for you to look pretty without looking like you're trying too hard, because Venus doesn't try too hard. Venus is just natural. Venus is just what you naturally attract to yourself. So play up your natural beauty. If you have beautiful lips, you know, make sure that you have some beautiful lip gloss on. If you have big, beautiful eyes, then do that. If you have really nice skin, if you have like beautiful pigmented skin, I don't. So moisturize so that it just looks like, people with dark skin, when they're moisturized, they just look so beautiful and so much better than the rest of us. So whatever it is that is beautiful, naturally beautiful about you, play that up, and your Taurus male is going to see it and they're going to be attracted. They're very visual creatures. And this is what I talked about in the Scorpio video. Make sure that they lay eyes on you, and even though they don't like to have, they're not attracted to girls who post too much on social media, like too many selfies. And people are gonna be like, Denise, this is like sexist, you can't say this, but I'm just saying it. It is what it is. Tell me in the comments if this is true. If you're a Taurus or you date a Taurus, tell me if this is true. They don't like girls who post a lot of pictures, because when girls post pictures, creepy guys come immediately. They're just like, I'm going in. And they don't like for guys to be around the girl that they like. That's just how they are. Sorry, I had a hair. So they don't like that. So they always go and like look at your social media to see if you post a lot of selfies, which is, you have to strike a careful balance, because it's just like they have to see you to like you, right? But there can't be so many pictures that there's gonna be, because the more pictures you post, the more guys come on your profile. So they pay attention to that. And I always know when someone's like a Taurus or a Scorpio, if they pay attention to things like that, because of the whole like possessiveness. So make sure that if you're posting a picture, just a little bit conservative, something that is just slightly sexy, just in a very like lighthearted sort of way, nothing too exposing, but that does show your curves, your figure. They're attracted to the figure. They're attracted to physical bodies. And I mean, who isn't, right? But Taurus in particular is like ruled by their senses. So kind of give them a little bit of that, because that is what they're attracted to. So show them a little bit of that. Your healthy body, your curves, and this is not to say that Taurus guys don't like thin girls. As I said, you know, this has to do, I knew a bunch of Taurus guys who like thin girls, but this is more cultural. And as I've noticed in my culture, Taurus guys tend to like rounder sort of figures. And that's just what I noticed. So that's the video for today, guys. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments. If you have any comments, if you're a Taurus and I missed something super important, please make sure you leave it in the comments. If you're dating a Taurus, does he sniff you? I know he sniffs you. I know he sniffs you. My husband sniffs my ears. Like, he sniffs me. And it's very uncomfortable, because you know, gotta stay fresh all the time because he's gonna sniff me. So that's the video. If you liked it, make sure you give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to my channel. I put out videos every single week, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.